Hi, I'm Andrea Ferracani and I'm going to present our paper Automatic Emotion Recognition for Cultural Heritage. Authors are Claudio Baecchi, Andrea Ferracani and Alberto del Bimbo from MICC, Media Integration and Communication Center, Center of Excellence of the Department of Information Engineering of the University of Florence. In this work, we present a system for the automatic recognition of emotions in video sequences. Video shots classification is exploited through a web framework which helps video editors in creating new content, reusing videos from social networks and online repositories. The main features of the framework are easy reuse of video sequences from the web through search and filtering, annotation of video sequences with sentiment information, an automatic system that classifies sequences in different sentiments. As regard to neural networks and automatic video sentiment analysis, at the best of our knowledge, current methods have exploited only visual information. Emotions in video sequences have been described using the noun pairs valence and arousal. Valence is the polarity of the sentiment, if it is positive or negative. Arousal, instead, is the intensity of the emotion. The combination of arousal and valence can be used in order to identify an emotion, as shown in the figure. For example, happy can be described as the combination of a positive valence with an high arousal. Angry, instead, has negative valence and high arousal. As regard to the visual part, we trained a classifier using the Deep Sentibank dataset, which is a dataset where images are annotated with valence and arousal expressed as a combination of adjective-noun pairs, for example, happy smile. Then we fine-tuned the network using a dataset of museum videos in our domain. The classifier outputs the probabilities of a video sequence belonging to one of the three classes of arousal or valence. Our dataset is composed by 187 video registered in the National Archaeological Museum in Napoli, at Modena in the Galleria Estense, at the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, and in the Marino Marini Museum in Florence. All these videos were taken using a mobile device. We also downloaded 30 professional videos of museums from YouTube. Emotions are complex reactions to multiple stimuli, and viewer emotional state is not only influenced by low-level visual features. So we try to improve the classifier using other features. High-level semantic features such as objects detected in video frames. To this end, we train a detector using ImageNet. We added audio information and frequencies analyzed exploiting MFCC because the soundtrack can significantly change the perception of a video sequence. And also temporal information, taking into account exploiting LSTM, given the fact that also the rhythm and the way frames and objects and the frequencies follow each other in video sequences influence the mood of the viewer. So we trained a classifier that uses all the three typologies of information: visual content, audio, and temporal information. Another feature we added to our system for automatic video sentiment analysis to improve the accuracy of the classifier was an attention mechanism. The idea is to work only on the important part of the image in order to extract only relevant visual information. In fact, most part of videos of our dataset are recorded in indoor museums. Often artworks are in the foreground whilst the background of the scene has no meaningful information. To this end, we pre-process images using an object detector trained on the ImageNet dataset. And then we train our convolutional neural network only on the bounding box of the images containing the important objects. We tested the accuracy of the sentiment classifier with or without the attention mechanism. This figure describes how it works our attention mechanism. First of all, we process the image with an object detector trained using the ImageNet dataset, which contains 1000 concepts that can be identified. Then we draw a bounding box around the main object of the scene, and finally we feed our feature extractor with only that part of the image in order to build the feature map. This will be then used in our sentiment classifier. In this slide, I am going to show to you some examples of our attention mechanism in action. As you can see, we draw a bounding box trying to focus on the part of the scene which contains the main object, but we also take into account the fact that there could be other objects or artworks in the background of the scene, as it is shown in the second image. This is the architecture of our automatic sentiment analysis classifier. We have a shot or video sequence as input that is processed extracting audio, sentiment, and appearance features. Audio features are extracted using MFCC. Sentiment through the deep sentiment trained classifier. High-level appearance features using ImageNet-based classifier and our attention mechanism. Audio and appearance features are further processed using LSTM, which takes into account the temporal aspect of these features. Then features are fused in order to be used in our classifier, which is learned through backpropagation on our video dataset labeled with valence and arousal values. The classifier predicts values for valence and arousal given a shot or video sequence. Here I want to point out some technical aspects of our processing pipeline. Videos are split into shots or scenes before the network is trained. Shots are processed using a 24-frame window from which we extract MFCC and appearance features through the attention mechanism. Audio and appearance features are further processed exploiting LSTM. Sentiment features instead are processed using a single frame in the window, the central frame. We tested the sentiment classifier in terms of accuracy for valence and arousal in two settings, with and without the attention mechanism. Results show that the attention mechanism significantly improves the performance of the classifier. Valence has an accuracy of 42% without the attention mechanism and of 57% with the attention mechanism. Arousal has an accuracy of 48% without the attention mechanism and of 59% with the attention mechanism, with an improvement of 11%. As I have said at the beginning of the presentation, the automatic sentiment analysis module is embedded and exploited in a web framework which provides video editors with tools to annotate and create new content. The sentiment annotation tool is a web interface which allows the annotation of videos, defining video sequences, and assigning to them valence and arousal values. The video compositor instead allows editors to upload, search by sentiment, and perform video editing on selected video sequences. A REST API is also available, which allows the communication of the system with other modules. A bit more on the features of our video composer. The composer allows multi-user registration and annotation. It provides emotional filters in order to search for the shots that can be useful and appropriate for the editor in order to convey the intended sentiment. The composer provides also interface tools to arrange shots in a timeline, to define transition between scenes, and to manage audio and subtitles. There's also an export feature which creates a project that can be used in Adobe Premiere for advanced editing. This is a view of our composer in action. The user can search for videos containing a concept or can filter the shots, selecting the mood of the video. Then he can arrange video sequences in a timeline and create and download a new video. He also has the possibility to upload the video, open the annotation tool to annotate with sentiment information video sequences, or to export the composition for further editing in Adobe Premiere.